Okay, look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. Things are about to get really fucking bad.
And welcome back to Neon Fastique. In today's episode, we are going to take a look at my Absolute Carnage comic book collection from 2019. Written by Donny Cates and illustrated by Ryan Stegman, Absolute Carnage became a massive success for Marvel and every week would sell out in my comic book store. The story has since enjoyed an omnibus edition release along with a number of smaller collected trades associated with the story. But I think the time has come to break this fantastic story down issue by issue in the correct reading order. So let's have a look. So before we get started, I think it's fair to mention that there were indeed a few preludes to the main event which I didn't collect personally, but for the completists out there, the following issues you will need. Okay, so it's issue 1 of the Spider-Man annual from 2019, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issues 6 through 14, and The Amazing Spider-Man issues 26 through 29. But for the majority of us, the lead-in title comic was the Free Comic Book Day issue that you see before you. Okay. Up next is another one-shot, Red Goblin, Red Death. Great little issue this. Following that is one of the Web of Venom one-shots, so this is Funeral Pyre. Then we move to issue 16 of Venom. And then we have issue 1 of Absolute Carnage. Now, many of my customers are always asking me when there's a big event coming, do I need to get all the tie-ins? Well, that is entirely up to you. I usually say that if you stick with the backbone, in this case Absolute Carnage 5 issues, you'll be fine, and that's very true. Okay, and I would kind of stress to say that about King in Black at the moment. Now, I've collected the tie-ins and found them a bit here and there, but hopefully that changes as we go along. So here we are. So this is issue 1 of Absolute Carnage. Great story. Up next is an Absolute Carnage Weapon Plus one shot, and again another one shot, Symbiote of Vengeance. So obviously this is the Ghost Rider. Issue 1 of the Symbiote Spider-Man. Okay, so that's a tie-in. And now we have Scream. So this is a variant cover edition. So we have issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3, another variant. And then we have another one shot, Separation Anxiety. Another little tie-in series, Absolute Carnage versus Deadpool. So issues 1, 2, and 3. That brings us to issue 2 of Absolute Carnage. Okay. Next up we have issue 17 of Venom, so obviously this is a variant cover. And then we have another tie-in series, Miles Morales. So issues 1, issue 2, and then another tie-in series, Lethal Protectors. So this is number 1, number 2, and number 3. The Avengers one-shot edition. So this is another tie-in. And then we're back to the main series Venom, so issues 18, 19, and then back to the main event itself, Absolute Carnage issue 3. So as you can see by now, this is a really big series. We finish off Miles Morales series with issue 3. We have another one-shot edition, which is the Immortal Hulk. And then we're back to issue 4 of Absolute Carnage. Another one-shot edition, which is Captain Marvel. Issue 30 of The Amazing Spider-Man. issue 31. And then finally, the last issue of Absolute Carnage, issue number 5. But last but not least, issue 20 of Venom. Now, the series does end there, but there is further reading if you are interested. So the aftermath, which is Ruins of Ravencroft. So there was 3 one-shots, so Carnage, Sabretooth and Dracula, and then the Ruins of Ravencroft issues 1 through 5. Then you could read Web of Venom, The Good Son, which is a one-shot. Scream, Curse of Carnage, issue 1, that's the first part of our own series after this series finished. And then carry on to read issues Venom 21 through 25. So there you go. This is the Absolute Carnage initial comic collection. Now, like I stated before, there are a few preludes that I didn't bother with, but for the main part, these are all the issues you need to read Absolute Carnage in its entirety. Okay, so I hope you found this useful. For those of you that haven't got the full set, these are still available on the secondary market, and via good comic book stores do carry various back issues, so you should be able to complete your set with relative ease. Okay, so as again, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching. Also, thanks for subscribing. It does help the channel. But until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Oh, I got a live one here.